Hello and welcome. I am the Soul Enchantress, and this message is about why tactics, manipulative strategies, and hacks will destroy your business in the long term, especially with the changing global business landscape. This is all energetics that I speak about. So, what I speak about is sometimes not things that you can physically see, but you should definitely be able to feel it and sense it. Okay, so business traditionally has been run on tactics and hacks and strategies and all of this physical pushing, shoving, active energies. However, if you notice what is happening in the world at the moment, it is literally a forced cleansing so that people, places, and experiences are cleansed in so many different ways so that the collective consciousness can rise to a higher vibrational space. And by also forcing people to be in self-isolation and quarantine, what it's doing is it's actually cutting off your addictive tendencies, whether it is to shopping, to food, to alcohol, to taking drugs, or being around toxic people, whatever it may be. By cutting off all of these things or social media, although more people tend to be on social media because of the isolation. However, by doing certain things in order to cut you out of your physical addictive environments, you are literally being forced to spend more time by yourself or with very few people. And this in itself is a cleansing on the physical part of you. This is also having massive impact on the business world. And so as much as it's changing your lifestyle, it is also creating massive impact and change in the business landscape. And I've actually got a few messages down that you will be able to see how the current crisis will impact the global business landscape or something like that in terms of the title. So listen to that, and I actually speak about 3 different trends that I saw evolving out of this crisis. And those trends, I actually spoke about them right at the beginning of this year, and now I can see there's a lot of those trends that have actually come into play. But there's one trend which is still kind of percolating underneath the surface and will boom, and that is the new types of business leaders that will emerge. And the new types of business leaders that will emerge and the new businesses that will be the leaders of tomorrow are going to actually be a very different type of business and business owner and entrepreneur than has existed in the past. So what after this cleansing and this crisis finishes in the next, you will see this kind of pan itself out in the next 2 to 3 years. So you will actually see businesses that, kind of are very pushy, shovey, hustle-driven mode, striving, manipulative strategies that they use, or tactics and hacks just to get a sale for their product or service. That kind of thing won't tend to work as well. So the marketers that actually spread this message and this way of marketing, that slowly you will see over the years will be the has-been. Okay, the new type of business is something that cannot be copied. So if you actually are building a business, or you want to fine-tune your business and grow your business to evolve and to actually sustain itself into the new world which is kind of being birthed in terms of the business landscape, and actually to sustain and grow your business, you need to actually really, really and seriously step into the authenticity that is you, the authenticity of the product or service that you are actually marketing and selling to people. So selling mediocre things that actually drain people or get them used to addictive behaviors or patterns, all of those types of products and services will slowly die a slow death, okay? And there will be so much resistance to their death that you will see marketing campaigns and advertising campaigns and all sorts of strategies being used to really scream that message out loud. And you know that saying, empty vessels make the loudest noise? You will see that the loudest messages will be the voices of those who are actually trying to resist what is happening, and their products or services have a trajectory of dwindling as opposed to growth, okay? So authenticity is massive. Copycatting, it just won't work anymore. You can't just copy what someone else is doing or their messaging or their look and feel and then try to ride on that. Those are all manipulative energetic strategies that will not work, because the current buyer that's coming out of this crisis after their time in isolation and everything in the next 2 to 3 years, and especially the kids and the younger generations that's coming out of this as well, and even the older generations that maybe the retirees, they're all having time to, for the first time, to understand themselves more. So they are going to be a lot more in tune with their soul than the generations that have evolved and been pretty much mind numbed, okay, by societal norms. So your product and service has to really have a deep sense of authenticity to it. No more copycatting is going to work, and no more manipulative strategies and hacks and tactics and marketing ploys and sales hacks. Those things are not going to work. And also, even if it does work, the money that it brings you will be really tainted, and that energy of that money will either slip through your fingers quickly, or you will just feel really unfulfilled, and it will lead you to other addictive behaviors and patterns that money will then be siphoned off to, okay? So look for ways that you can be truly authentic. And if you fall into these areas where you are, the impact that you are causing to your customer is not a very high vibration. In fact, if you are actually selling a product or service that is doing a disservice to their lifestyle or their business or whatever it is, or it's causing some kind of an addictive pattern or behavior, and you can work this out. You know exactly what your product or service does. Is it causing some kind of a toxic addictive behavior, or is it actually something that is empowering that person, or is it something that is actually helping them to evolve consciously? And the reason that I say this is because the vibration of this planet is rising, and either you are going to rise with it, or you are going to resist that tide, and you're just going to get stepped on and trampled, and so is your business. So it's your choice. And if you are not focusing on expansion through authenticity, and expansion of your business through the word that I'm looking for is through creating an impact on the world, doesn't matter whether it is even the one person, by the product or service that you are selling, you need to create an impact on the world that is going to raise the vibration. It has to be something that feels amazing, and not something that and light, and it's not something that feels very heavy, okay? So fear tactics, hype, gossip, I want to say this word, and I'm going to say it because I'm actually being led to tell you, so I don't really care if it triggers people, and it is going to. Celebrity driven marketing for the sake of selling a product or service. Those manipulative strategies and tactics are going to actually be very destructive to businesses, products and services that use it. So focus on expansion, and expansion through total authenticity to your business and to yourself and to the product and service you're selling, and focus your expansion on actually adding value in terms of raising the vibration of the person that you're actually selling your product or service to, and the service or product that you are actually delivering. And that way you are focusing on expansion, which is what creation energy is about, instead of focusing on contraction and loss. Okay, I hope that this finds you well, and as always, I would love to work with you and help you to align your business in a really amazing way that you can actually propel it to gain momentum and a success trajectory that is aligned with who you authentically are, and also in what you want to bring to this world and how to sustain your business that way. So you know where to find me at soulenchantress.com, and I wish you a wonderful day. Joyous blessings.